Hello everyone. So today our group will present about the TEP score of 5 to 5 as a graduation requirement. In this presentation, we will discuss three main parts. So for the first, part A, we will explain about the policy from a general perspective, and the second it's about part B, and the third it's part C. So we hope this presentation can help us understand not only the benefits of the policy, but also the challenges and risks behind it. Next slide, please. Okay, before we start, let us introduce ourselves. Start from me. My name is Elsi Audya Febriyanti Jinan with last student number 097 and my partner.
My name is Ufairoh Nisrina Nafisah with lesson number 099.
My name is Brisa Rahmadyah Karunia with serial number 139.
Okay, thank you. Next slide, please. Okay, we will discuss about part A. Why do you think the TP score is used as a graduation requirement? So, from a critical language testing perspective, language tests are not only used to measure students' ability, they also have social power because the results are used for important decisions, such as graduations or access to further education. So the TEP score of 5 to 5 is used as a way to control the quality of graduates and guide language learning in the institutions. And in general, this policy tries to make sure graduates have a minimum level of English proficiency and then provide a standard and objective measurement. And then the last is maintain the quality and reputation of the institution. So the TEP score of 5 to 5 help maintains the standard and quality, but it also has risk because an important decision depends on only one test results. So that's all for the part A. We will move to the part B. Next slide, please.
Okay, for the part B, from the perspective of the the benefits of this policy. One major benefit is maintaining academic standards. TEP requirement ensures that students meet measurable and standardized benchmarks before graduating. Second, it supports future professional readiness. By achieving a minimum score of 5 to 5 in TEP, students show that they are able to use English in educational settings. And then, what are the challenges or disadvantages of this policy? From the benefit of the policy that I already talked about, there are also several challenges. One challenge is diversity in language proficiency. Not all students enter the program with the same English background. There are also psychological pressure on students to achieve the standard score. Students should well prepared. As a result, some students become anxious or overly focused on test performance rather than the meaningful language development itself. And the last one is, how does this policy influence behavior? From the learning perspective, students tend to become practicing English hard. Many begin improving their English from earlier semester. Students often engage in independent learning, join English development programs, and actively monitor their progress. These policies push them to pass the standard test so students can graduate in right time. So TEP score maintaining academic quality and ensuring professional readiness also present challenges, including student diversity.
Okay, thank you for the part B discussions. And then we will move to the part C.
Okay, we move into the part C. And the first discussion in this part is, does this policy fairly represent students' English ability? It can be argued that it does not fully represent students' ability. A single TEP score of 5 to 5 reduces complex language competence into one numerical result. From the perspective of critical language testing by Elena Swami, tests are not completely neutral and often simplify language ability. In reality, English proficiency is multidimensional, including speaking, writing, and pedagogical skill. However, standardized tests measure limited skills within a fixed time. Therefore, the fairness of the policy can be questioned. And then the second discussion is the TEP graduation requirement a measurement of proficiency or a tool for regulating academic standards? Although it is presented as a proficiency test, it also functions as a regulatory tool. Since the score determines who can graduate, it acts as a gatekeeping requirement. It defines acceptable English levels and influences how students prepare. often encouraging test focus learning rather than border development. And the last discussion in this part is that at what point does the TEP become a policy instrument? The TEP stops being only a test when the score becomes a compulsory graduation requirement. When students cannot graduate without achieving 5 to 5, the test carries serious consequences. At that stage, it moves beyond assessment and becomes a policy instrument because it directly shapes academic progression and institutional decision.
Next slide, please. Okay. To conclude, overall, the TEP score of 5 to 5 is used to maintain language standards and graduate equality. However, testing is not only a measurement tool, but also a policy instrument that influences education. From the stakeholder perspective, the policy brings both benefits and challenges. And from a critical view, it also carries risk because important decisions depend on a single test score. Therefore, it is important to balance quality assurance with fairness, real learning outcomes in implementing this policy. Okay, thank you. Next slide. Okay. Thank you for your attention. This is our presentation and discussion today, and our stakeholder is undergraduate program faculty. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.